Hi, readers. It's Miss Ornelas. Welcome back. As you can see, I'm inside the blacksmith shop because it's time to do our third read of our story of the week, George Washington Visits. To begin, please focus your attention, concentrate, use your eyes, ears, and brain, and ignore distractions. The amazing words you'll see pop up at the bottom of your screen: sprinted, blacksmith, soldier, ark, barn, celebration. George Washington Visits by Dennis Fertig. Dennis is the author. They made the words and the story. Illustrated by Kelly Lewis. Kelly is the artist, and they made all of the artwork.
Daniel and Father were excited. Tomorrow, George Washington, America's greatest hero, would visit their town, Trenton, New Jersey. The town planned a big celebration. Tonight, though, the springtime skies over Trenton turned dark. Big raindrops fell faster and faster. Daniel, let's hurry, Father called.
Learners, why are Father and Daniel so excited? Yes, who is coming tomorrow? General George Washington.
Father and son sprinted to a small barn near the town center. It was Father's blacksmith shop. He used an iron key to quickly unlock the door. When the door opened, Daniel could see huge piles of freshly picked flowers inside the shop. The flowers blew in the wind.
Readers, where is Father's blacksmith shop? Yes, near the town's center, in the middle of their town.
Close the door fast, called Father. Don't let the flowers blow around. Daniel shut the door. I hope it doesn't storm tomorrow, he said. In a few moments, Daniel was handing flowers to Father. They were making a special sign. It was an iron frame filled with hundreds of flowers.
Readers, what is the sign made of? Yes, well, Father made the big iron frame, and then the flowers are going to be part of the sign. So now we know what those flowers are for. They're to make the sign.
Will General Washington see our sign? Asked Daniel. Yes, he will pass under it, said Father. And remember, he'll be President Washington in a week. Daniel kept handing Father flowers. Father asked for red blooms, yellow blooms, and green leaves and stems.
Readers, what special event does Father say will happen soon? We know General George Washington is visiting tomorrow, and what will happen in the next week? Yes, George Washington will become president. In fact, the first president of the United States.
Daniel liked helping, but he wasn't sure he liked flowers. He wasn't sure boys were supposed to. Yet Father liked flowers, so it must be all right. After hours of difficult work, Father and son were finished. Father shoved the big sign up against the wall. The iron frame was heavy.
Readers, the author says it takes Daniel and Father hours to finish the sign. Why do you think it takes so long? Right? They have to put hundreds and hundreds of flowers in there. It takes a long time.
Daniel read aloud, December 26, 1776 through January 2nd, 1777. Daniel thought for a second. That was before I was alive. Father said, yes, it was 12 years ago. I was a soldier then. Father frowned and looked serious. Daniel knew he was remembering the terrible war.
Readers, what was it like for Father to be a soldier? It was really difficult. And we know because Father got a real serious look on his face as he remembers.
The war was the Revolutionary War. Before it started, the British king ruled America. Americans fought the war to be free. Americans won. Daniel asked, Father, did you know that America would win the war? Father smiled. At first, I wasn't sure, until someone changed my mind.
Readers, why did Americans fight the Revolutionary War? Right? They were trying to win their freedom. They didn't want to be ruled by the British king.
Who changed your mind, Father? Father answered, George Washington. You knew him? Asked Daniel in amazement. Oh, I never spoke with him, but I was one of his soldiers. I did see him often then, Father said as he looked at the dates on the sign.
Readers, what was George Washington's job in the Revolutionary War? Yes, he was the general. The general is the leader of the army. He led soldiers off into battle.
On those days, we fought a battle here in Trenton, Father explained. In the middle of a winter storm, we attacked a big British army. We won that battle, and I knew we would keep winning battles because General Washington was smart, brave, and determined. I was right.
Readers, what battle is this? And when was it fought? Yes, this is the battle in Trenton. And they fought it during the winter in a snowstorm. Readers, what do you think it was like to fight in the winter? Oh, I agree, so cold.
The next morning, it rained a little, but then stopped. Father and other men moved the big sign. They set it up over the road into Trenton. Later that day, Daniel and Father stood near the sign. Soon they could see George Washington on a white horse. Crowds cheered and cheered.
Readers, why are the crowds cheering? Who do they see coming? Yes, General George Washington. Do you see him on his horse back there? Me too.
As George Washington rode under the sign, he looked toward Father. Then he looked again. Did he remember Father? George Washington stopped his horse and bent over to shake Father's hand. Thank you, soldier, for your brave service, George Washington said.
Readers, what does George Washington do? Yes, he does stop his horse and bent over to shake Father's hand. Why does he do that? He does recognize him and wants to thank him.
Were boys supposed to have tears in their eyes? Daniel wasn't sure, but Father did, so it must be all right.
Readers, why does Father have tears in his eyes after Washington shakes his hand? Yes, he is having a big feeling. Sometimes when we have those big feelings, tears do come to our eyes. He's feeling emotional, overwhelmed, proud, and happy. Readers, we've come to the end of our story. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thanks for being here today. Remember, stay healthy, helpful, and calm. See you soon, friends.